Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Hello everyone, B1B Flyer here, and today we are doing a box opening review of the Battletech, A Game of Armored Combat new box set for 2018. I'm pretty excited about this. I know a lot of you are looking forward to seeing what is actually in the contents of the box. I know it's a limited release right now. Unfortunately, they only had less than 200 at Gen Con, but you know, I've got one to do a review on to give you guys information and let you make an informed decision. We'll also be doing one on the starter box set as well, but this right now is just going to focus on the original box set. So you get the full color box there, get that cool art out of the way here. What's included is you've got the 8 plastic miniatures, you get a miniature short story here, written by William H. Keith there. It's going to be a little glossy when it sits here, unfortunately, because a lot of the paper does have a semi-sheen to it. But as you can see in the rest of the box here, you've got the 8 miniatures, you get a couple dice, you've got this plastic blister card in here. Included in these packs here, you get a Alpha Strike card for each of the 8 miniatures, as well as a unique pilot card that grants special abilities if you choose to use them in your games. Kind of similar to the mech quirks and things like that that were incorporated into the game a while back, but it also adds a little bit of flavor, especially if you're into RPG elements and things like that for unique pilots. You get 8 of those as well, one for each of the miniatures in here. And I will say the ones in the other box set are unique to that box set as well. And you also get a couple extras. I think there's another Thunderbolt pilot in addition to this one, and one more as well. So we'll get this blister out of the way. We'll take a look at the miniatures towards the end. I'm not going to do a full review on their actual miniature quality. I will save that for a different video. Here's the record sheets for all of the mechs included. You get a full-size cardboard punch card, so yeah, you've got 8 miniatures to use on the table, but if you are into Alpha Strike and you want to get another 9 miniatures on the board quickly, you can use the cardboard stands. Obviously, it's great if you want to pick this box set up, take it home, and get a game going, which I think was a big intent for this box set, was to have someone be able to buy it off the shelf at a game store that knows nothing about Battletech and bring it home and get to playing within minutes. You also get the additional terrain elements you can add on to the map sheets. Here is the reference card, attack modifiers, and all the tables and things like that for quick reference, especially for new players that want to have one of those handy. It's pretty normal now to get those in box sets. You get the Battletech primer. You get a shortened version of this in the other box set, but you get a little bit of history and fluff, update on the map and the Inner Sphere 3025, and some other house and other things like that that are a little more expanded info. Again, trying to attract new players, I'm sure, but also it's stuff that if you've been playing Battletech for a while, would be kind of a, you know, at least an interesting read for a little bit. You get a full soft cover color rulebook. Everything you need to start playing. You've got construction rules in here, scenarios. You can play the game with this. If you bought nothing else and you have this box set, you're good to go. And then, of course, the new maps that a lot of people were excited about. Unfortunately, the ones that Gen Con actually didn't have them included in the box set, but they handed them out individually afterwards if you bought the box set. You get 2 maps, full color both sides. Got a nice little gloss to them. I think a much better quality than the original sets from previous editions. So again, overall, really nice improvement. It's different layout, so you get some different terrain features, so you're not using the same old standard Battletech miniature maps, hex maps from the kits from forever ago. So new maps, it's great. All right. So now, of course, I know a lot of people are interested mainly in the 8 miniatures that you get included in the new box set. Take a look at each of these real quick. So you've got plastic miniatures. They're pre-assembled. A lot of people were wondering if these were one piece. I assure you right now, they are not single piece. There's a waist joint here. There are joints on the arms for the catapults. You know, almost all of these, I could tell right now, you've got at least glued leg joints, and even knees on the Thunderbolt, the weapon. The Battlemaster has a missile launcher that's attached. You can tell the lasers. So anybody that wants to modify these and do kinds of reposes and things like that, these are going to be a real nice treat for that. But the other benefit, right out of the box though, they're assembled. They're ready to play. They're on a hex base. Some of them are not quite defined on which side is the front. Like this commander looks a little off. You may need to take a silver Sharpie marker and kind of define which is the front, so there's no real arguments about which way it's facing. But you know, that's easily rectified. If you haven't seen the video I've made on how to remove plastic miniatures from the bases, these are just glued. They're not even you know, molded into the same piece of plastic, and then you know, reposition them. Some of them do have some slight bends, the you know, the antennas maybe, or the barrels, or if you want to reposition something like that. The hot water trick on these miniatures works just fine. This is the same quality plastic that they use in the re-release of the other plastic box set, the Alpha Strike packs, all that. It's the same material. You've got you know, a little bit of mold lines here and there. Again, I'll do a much more detailed review of each of these, close-ups on all of them, all that. But again, for the price point of $60 retail, you're not gonna be upset with what you purchase. You're getting your money's worth with these. It's a great way for someone that doesn't know anything about Battletech to get into it. If you tell your friends, hey, how do I, you know, what do you do to get started in Battletech? This is going to be the go-to release. It's great. You know, 8 miniatures. Yeah, some people are disappointed that you might not get the original, was it 12 or 16 that were promised in the previous box set, but due to those unforeseen circumstances that I'm sure a lot of you are aware about, and I'm not going to comment on about that because that's not the point of this video, is that what we have now is a new box set, new cast plastic miniatures with high detail and great quality for a price point that is comparable to a lot of off-the-shelf board games out there that a lot of people are more than willing to spend. So overall, I'm very pleased with the release. It will be something that is being released fourth quarter. I've been assured that that is the intent. The ones they had at Gen Con, the ones they were able to get, were literally rushed on an airplane over. They had less than 200 of them. They went obviously very quickly, but this will be a fourth quarter for sure release. They're being manufactured and they'll be delivered in mass, and it'll be the next best thing for Battletech, in my opinion, to get people into the game, to provide those folks that are looking at getting started into it how to get into it. This is going to be the thing that you want to have those folks go to and get. I appreciate it. One more thing I wanted to mention is that I am not an employee of Catalyst Game Labs. I don't, or any of their affiliates. I paid for this box set on my own. It was not given to me. It was not a do the review for good, you know, positive, any of that or whatever. So just so you know, full disclosure, I am making my own opinions and my own statements on this. Again, this is something I feel is actually a very positive thing. Some of you might not like the plastics and so on, but again, I think for the hobby and the game itself, the Battletech IP and all of the associated affiliations that are generated from that, this is a solid box set. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will do a release or a box unboxing of the smaller box set in the coming days. But again, leave your comments, questions, any feedback you have below. You can follow us over at Camo Specs online on Facebook. Also, like us and subscribe here on YouTube. We appreciate having you guys come and check out our videos. And it was great to see everyone that I got to meet at Gen Con. I appreciated shaking hands and meeting folks that were maybe just names, and now they're just names and faces, which is good because I can go back and see you all again. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Shutdown sequence initiated.